This is war, and as the nation mobilizes its might, it turns to West Virginia, where so much of its strength is concentrated. West Virginia resources now are called upon to keep 'em marching, keep 'em flying, and keep 'em shooting. West Virginia plants producing war materials for the War and Navy departments are the Morgantown Ordnance Works, the Naval Ordnance Plant at South Charleston, the Marietta Manufacturing Company, and the New Ordnance Works at Point Pleasant. Freedom of the seas, traditional principle of American foreign policy, begins not on the decks of U.S. warships, but in the plants that arm them. Cannon and armor plate pour out of the big South Charleston Naval Ordnance Plant, while contractors rush to complete a $55 million addition. Thus, the principle of freedom of the seas draws much of its strength from a firm source, the mountains of West Virginia. When war came to West Virginia, a tremendous step-up of transportation facilities came with it. The Ohio, the Kanawha, the Monongahela were transformed into vital channels of war production. The world's most powerful locomotives were put into service to carry the freight through the valley and over the mountains. But neither the rivers nor the railroads could do the job alone. To a highway system already heavily burdened with commercial freight tonnage, there comes a new load. The war tonnage must go through, and much of it must be carried by the highways. It is the responsibility of the State Road Commission to make certain that the highways are able to assume this added burden. West Virginia's nearly 33,000 miles of state roads make up the nation's second largest state highway system. 5 main highways have been designated as military priority roads by the War Department. They must be improved to meet War Department standards as fast as funds become available. Our state road system must be made and kept adequate to carry raw materials to industry, finished products to the military centers, and industrial workers to their jobs and home again, while still carrying the civilian traffic necessary to the maintenance of the home front. Traffic congestion is a production bottleneck that must be eliminated. Blind intersections are intolerable hazards that waste time and precious lives. But these are not isolated cases. More than 20 such crossings are to be found on the strategic network alone. On US 60, a vital link of the strategic network, a modern multiple-lane highway is bottlenecked by a 2-lane bridge at St. Albans. The Road Commission is thoroughly aware of these and similar conditions throughout the state highway system. The traffic must be made to move faster. Obstacles such as this hold up production for victory. But elimination of these transportation bottlenecks and traffic hazards calls for expensive new roads. As funds become available, they will be eliminated one by one. But for the duration of the war, only those projects absolutely essential to full prosecution of the war can be undertaken. West Virginia's mountain roads, on the average, cost 1/3 more to grade and drain than valley roads, which follow a more level right-of-way. With every one of the state's 55 counties classified as mountainous for road building purposes, costs are enormous, sometimes reaching as high as $200,000 a mile. The roads of West Virginia represent an investment of more than $600 million. These roads must be adequately maintained or the investment will be quickly lost. Costly new construction is needed on military roads, and needed now. Heavy bonded indebtedness must be paid before anything else can be done. Revenue is down, costs are up. That briefly is the highway problem of West Virginia. Meeting and overcoming this problem will require interest in and cooperation with the plans of the State Road Commission by every citizen. The roads we are building today are immediate necessities of war, but they are also civic assets of the future. Today, we build highways for victory. Tomorrow, those same roads will carry us to a greater America. We of the mountain state are proud of our place in the nation. Our resources, our factories, our people are pledged to complete victory. Governor Neely appeals to his fellow West Virginians for full and unreserved cooperation. This is war, total war. and the hand of every man must be clenched around the sword hilt if we are to gain final victory. Never shall we lay down our arms until we have made certain that mountaineers and all Americans will be forever free.